Hello guys. Now quickly, since we have done your sort limit, let's now go to your epsilon delta limit. What's epsilon delta limit? First, this will be our lesson 5. Let's give the definition for your epsilon delta limit. Now, for epsilon delta limit, very simple, just calm down, follow my definition, you good. With the definition, you've captured everything. Epsilon, first, for epsilon delta definition of a limit, first of all, tell them epsilon is greater than 0. Delta is greater than 0. That's the sign for epsilon, that's the sign for delta. So for epsilon delta definition of a limit, epsilon is greater than 0. Delta is greater than 0, such that 0 is less than absolute s minus a, absolute less than your what? Your delta. Then epsilon, absolute f of x minus L, absolute less than what? Epsilon. Now I know you'll be saying this definition is hard. Look at it. Epsilon, first of all, you tell them that epsilon greater than 0, delta greater than 0, such that 0 is less than absolute x minus a, less than delta. Then absolute f of x minus L is less than epsilon. I know you see how I cram this thing, very simple. Epsilon greater than 0, delta greater than 0, such that 0 is less than absolute x minus a, less than delta. Then absolute f of x minus L is less than what? Epsilon. Look at it. You must learn how to quote it off head, because that's what we're going to use to solve. Epsilon greater than 0, delta greater than 0, such that 0 is less than absolute x minus a, absolute less than delta, such that absolute f of x minus L, absolute is less than what? Epsilon. Absolute epsilon greater than 0, delta greater than 0, such that 0 is less than x minus 0 is less than absolute s minus a, less than delta, such that absolute f of s minus L is less than epsilon. That's all. Now let's go to past question. Epsilon delta limit. Now lim 5x minus 2. You can observe here that they gave the answer. The answer is 2. So it's not that they are looking for answer. They want to use the epsilon delta limit to prove this. Now, first of all, write what's the definition of a limit. We said a limit f of x is equal to L as s approaches a. So from here now, you now start to pick. Comparing these two limits together, what's your a here? A will be equal to 1. What is my L? L here will be equal to what? 2. What is f of s? F of s is equal to what? 5x minus 3. So now, let's now write the epsilon definition of a limit. Epsilon definition of a limit says that epsilon greater than 0, delta greater than 0, such that 0 is less than absolute x minus a, absolute is less than delta, such that absolute f of x minus L, absolute is less than what? Epsilon. Now putting this, we have know what is a, what is L, and what is f of s. Now putting that equation now, first and foremost, I'll write 0 is greater than epsilon, comma, delta greater than 0. Such that 0 is less than absolute x minus, what's my a? A is minus 1, less than delta. Such that absolute, what's f of s? F of s is what? 5x minus 3. The question says say minus L, minus, what's my L? What's my L? L is 2. Absolute is less than what? Is less than epsilon. Now, we are going to make, let's call this one equation 1. Let's call this equation 2. So we are going to solve equation 2 so that it will look like equation 1. So how do we solve that? Now, this practically solving equation 2, it now become absolute 5x minus 3 minus 2. Absolute is less than epsilon. That becomes 5x minus 5. Absolute is less than epsilon. Now 5 is now into, if 5 is common, I mean 5 into x minus 1. Absolute is less than what? Epsilon. You can observe that this is x minus 1. Here is s minus 1. So they are now equal. So for me now, make that this, moving from this equation now, that becomes, let me write it here, that becomes absolute x minus 1, absolute is less than, that's epsilon over 5. Now see this s minus 1, this s minus 1, this one is s minus 1, we can say that this is equal to this. Therefore, we're now going to say that your delta is equal to epsilon over 5. This is our epsilon delta definition. After both of them are equal, now equated with what I got here as my epsilon over 5 is equal to what? Delta. I know you say it's crazy, what are you doing? But that's the answer. That's the answer. Calm down, take it. I know you are just going for the first time. Let's take another example. We'll go on understand. So you can pause it and take it over and over.
Hold on a bit. As far as 100 level is concerned, right, for both first and second semester, your complete series of classes, including your practicals, everything from beginning to the end is in the LearnLift app. All you have to do is just march down to your Play Store or App Store and download the LearnLift app, and then you're going to have access to every singular class. So just move down to tertiary, click on tertiary plan, where you are going to see all your classes as far as your 100 level is concerned. And guess what? Your video lessons are there, your CBT is there, you have access to your past questions, you have access to your notes. Very, very important. Man, this semester you must do well. Anyway, let's proceed quickly as we march down to our class and continue our class. Enjoy.
Quickly, let's take the next question. Given that 2x plus 1 is equal to 9 as x is equal to 1. The first thing to do now, quickly we are going to give lim. We have to bring out our values is equal to L as x approaches 8, right? So from here now, what's our L here? L here is 9. What's our A? A is 4. And what's our f of x? F of x is equal to 2x plus 1. Is that correct? Now, from here now, what's epsilon definition? We say that epsilon greater than 0, delta greater than 0. It now becomes 0 is less than absolute x minus a absolute less than delta, such that absolute f of x minus L absolute is less than epsilon. So let's now put the values now. That becomes 0 less than absolute x. What is a? A is 4, so minus 4 absolute less than delta. This is now get absolute. So let's call this equation 1. Absolute, what's f of x? 2x plus 1 minus, what's my L? 9. Absolute is less than epsilon. This will be equation 2. So we're going to solve equation 2 until it look like equation 1. So this is aimed at saying 2x plus 1 minus 9. That's what? Minus 8 absolute less than epsilon. So what can go here? 2 can go. That become 2 into x minus 4 absolute is less than epsilon, right? It now become x minus 4 absolute is less than epsilon over 2. We have moved this to this way. Now if you watch, this is epsilon, this is s minus 4. Here is s minus 4, so they are equal. So we can practically now tell them that your epsilon over 2 is equal to what? Delta. Or you say delta is equal to what? Epsilon over what? To any of them. Now, because you now say what will be delta if epsilon is 0.1. So to find delta now will now be equal to 0. Epsilon is 0.01. Take now, most times they can give you values. So it now becomes 0.01 all over 2. Because the question say what is, look at it. So from here now, what will now be delta now? Delta will now be equal to 0.01 divided by 2. That will give me, I think, 0.005. So that's the value for what? For delta. So epsilon delta limit is very easy, just to find epsilon delta definition. Quickly now, let's take the next question. The question says that name 4x minus 11 is 4x minus 1 is equal to 11. We know that from here now, what will be f of x? F of x will be 4x minus 1. What will be L? L will be 11. What will be A? A will be what? 3. What's the definition? Epsilon greater than 0, delta greater than 0, such that 0 is less than absolute x minus A absolute is less than delta, such that absolute f of x minus L absolute is less than what? Epsilon. So from here now, let's put that becomes 0 less than absolute x minus what's A? 3 is less than delta. Why? Absolute f of x, that's 4x minus 1 minus 11 absolute is less than what? Epsilon. So from here now, this is equation 1, this is equation 2. So this is him that saying absolute f of x minus 12 absolute is less than epsilon. 4 is common, that'll be 4 into x minus 3 absolute is less than what? Epsilon. Now if you observe, Now let's see more further. But this is x minus 3, yes, x minus 3, so they're already same. So this is absolute. X minus 3 absolute is less than epsilon over 4. Say this is x minus 3, yes, x minus 3. Therefore, we can say that delta is equal to epsilon over 4. That means we equate these to what? This becomes the what? The answer. That's the epsilon definition, epsilon delta definition of it. Very simple. Now go to the note, solve question on epsilon delta limit. All they have given forward. I'll see you in the next class. We'll be taking about trig limits. That will be our lesson 6. See you in that class. Bye.
Hope you've enjoyed this class. Guess what? To follow up for more classes, just download the LearnLift app, whether on Play Store or App Store, and then follow up your classes. You must do extremely well. I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.